Over the last few decades, agribusiness mergers have placed the majority of the world's food in the hands of a small number of large corporations. Now, farmers and other natural food producers are struggling to sell their products at fair prices.
In recent past, the trend in agriculture has been for very few large industrial farms to crowd out the small players. That's bad on many levels. It's bad for the environment, it's bad for the small farmers and for the local economies, and finally, it's bad for the product quality that we're all eating.
These large players are consolidating production and driving down prices for basic agricultural products, hurting rural communities around the globe. When farm income lowers, it depresses wages for agricultural laborers, packaging workers, and others throughout the food industry.
Competing with very large farms makes it very hard for small farmers to sell products at fair prices. They have to artificially lower their prices, therefore making it very hard for them to make a living selling good quality products. Fortunately, the technology that up until recently been only available to very large players is now available to small farmers as well. At 1000 Eco Farms, we're working on bringing technology solutions to small farmers everywhere that allows them to sell their products at fair prices anywhere to anyone who's looking for them.
Ultimately, people are craving a connection with their food. Where was it grown? Who is producing it? It's that human connection that makes it so valuable for us. And platforms like 1000 Eco Farms and options like food buying clubs or going direct to the farmer, even farmers markets, they're offering these connections. And ultimately, these technologies, they can help increase the efficiencies so that the same producers can offer the product at competitive prices.
Consumers are increasingly seeking access to local, sustainably grown food and a connection to their food sources. Prices and access present a real challenge. Now, blockchain technology aims to provide the solution.
The benefit of the blockchain is that it's an open source network. So all of a sudden, intermediaries are going to completely be removed from the space. So it allows for communication directly between businesses and businesses and consumers. So once foods are placed upon the blockchain throughout the supply chain, the benefit is that you will see the whole history of the food from where it came from to how it was produced and the time frame involved in both. It's fantastic in that it will create a network, a system which anyone can view any time of the day, completely transparent. A lot of the times in the legacy systems which we currently have in place in a number of industries globally is that intermediaries tend to take up time, take up costs, and as a result reduce efficiency. So all of a sudden, if you can implement something like a food supply chain onto the blockchain, there's going to be a dramatic revolution on our hands.
As a result, the FoodCoin ecosystem was created as a means to remove intermediaries from food supply chains.
We created FoodCoin ecosystem to provide equal access to a global food market for farmers, producers, distributors, and buyers using blockchain technology. FoodCoin ecosystem will stimulate a global market for organic and high-quality food for fair prices. Buyers and sellers get direct access to each other. The network economy model will produce synergies for all members of the ecosystem using collaborations with each other within the system. At the moment, Switzerland is probably the most friendly country for blockchain projects. We were happy to set up our FoodCoin group here in Technopark Lucerne, in the heart of Swiss innovation startup cluster. And look around, it's so beautiful place.
With a smart crypto wallet, digital ID services, product origin authentication, crypto payment processing, and customizable smart contracts, the FoodCoin ecosystem will allow users to create and conduct local and global transactions directly and safely.
Smart contracts, digital ID services, crypto wallets, forget about all these hard words. Just implement FoodCoin ecosystem and get all benefits of blockchain in one click. We don't want to forget that every night about 1 billion people go to bed hungry. And at the moment, only big food corporations can solve this issue quickly. A fully-fledged ecosystem will provide fresh opportunities and access to global and local food markets. FoodCoin blockchain allows to reduce their administrative costs by reducing costs for lawyers, bank transactions, notarization, back offices, etc. It will lead to a global reduction of food prices for underserved populations.
Today, less than 16 cents of every consumer dollar spent on food goes to the farmer in the U.S. Blockchain technology is the first step in reversing this equation.
The benefit of FoodCoin is that it will allow traceability to be completely transparent. It will obviously therefore allow direct communication from businesses to businesses across the supply chain. And the whole benefit of that is that it will increase efficiency, reduce costs, and dramatically improve transparency of where our food, which we're eating, has come from. And when they do release their first version of the technology and businesses, consumers begin using their applications and platforms, it's going to be one of the platforms which really do make a difference in the blockchain space.
For more information, visit foodcoin.io.